What's up, everybody? How you doing? Welcome back to Shop Talk here at 31 Records. This is my record store in Houston, Texas. If you want to check out some of our inventory, you can do it on Instagram, my Discogs, and my web store. All that stuff should be linked in the description. If you need help getting there, just let me know. Not everything is online. We're located in Houston, so if you want to come by if you're in town. But I try to show as much stuff as I can on these videos. Sorry. So, thank you to everybody that buys from me through this channel. I do appreciate that. Today's video, we're going to open up, 3 boxes. They're small deliveries that I got with some inventory in it. And then I'm going to show you some helpful tips on checking your records, grading your records, and pricing your records. Just so if you decide to, let's say, thin out your collection, or if you want to start your own little online store, whatever it is, if you're out shopping for stuff and you're looking, you don't really know like what their price is, what's their grade. You need to know these things and know how to find the information on a record. Now this was actually, let me see if I can find it. This was requested by somebody. Let's see here. Okay, I can't remember who asked me to do this, but somebody requested that I do a video about this, and my apologies for not remembering. I thought I screenshotted the little comment that we had done back and forth, but this is requested from one of the viewers to talk about this specific subject on, I guess just tips on how to grade and find out information, more or less. Within that, I'll show you how to clean them, how to take care of your records, how to find out the information, how to grade them, and whatever. I'll make it one little conversation. I'm going to flip the camera around. We're going to go outside in the hallway and open up these boxes. So yeah, please check out our Patreon. We're doing monthly giveaways. You have input on the channel and the content that we create. I'm also doing, we have a Discord that is, if you have a minute and you don't mind, please go check out our Patreon. We have an exclusive Discord. Our Patreon members get input on the channel, the content that we create, the topics. I do get input through our Patreon. We also do monthly giveaways now, and there's exclusive content. And some of the videos might be like a similar video, but with added footage or with added music, or just flat out exclusive stuff is what I'm trying to work on now. So please check out the Patreon if you want to. I would really appreciate it. It really goes a long way in helping keep this channel going. But yeah. Anyways, let's get to this merchandise, and we'll check out these records and talk about cleaning them, record care, etc., etc. Thank you so much. 1 second. So today I bought these CDs. I paid like $60 for them, but it's because I wanted this stack. This stack was all right. Actually, I wanted this stack. I paid $1 a piece for these. These here, I was like, man, I really don't need them, but the jewel cases are in good shape. Would you do 3 for $1 on just so I can keep the jewel cases? And he was like, yeah, sure. I don't want to take them back home. I think the dude just does a bunch of sourcing of different things. But I found this cool little haunted house horrors CD. I thought that was kind of cool. But stuff like this, man, this is not, I wouldn't call it valuable to me. These are CDs that will sit on my shelf for, I mean, they could be sitting there for 3 years, who knows. But boom, I got a jewel case now that I can reuse later if I'm repairing something, or when my stuff comes in, I'll go through it and clean it up. If the jewel case needs to be replaced, I replace it. He also had this little CD zipper book. Haven't had one of these in ages, but I do get CDs outside of the case occasionally. I do have a fair amount of them right now. I'm going to fill it up with stuff for the shop. So this will just be for the store, I think. If we have any Nintendo Switch players out there, I've got a handful of games. I would love to get rid of them super, super cheap. I have this controller, which I think these are like $60, and this is in great shape. It works very well. And then I've got these games here. All games come with the box, everything. I would take like $120 for this, all of it. So if you're interested and you see that, let me know. Let me know. All right, let's get out in the hallway and take a look at what we got in these boxes. I've been anxiously waiting to open these boxes. I got them on like Tuesday, so I've been waiting all week. Ooh, creak. All right. Something I would tell people to invest in is this little drying rack. They're like $10. And I know it seems like expensive. It should be $2 in my opinion. But whatever. It has saved me a lot of heartache and a lot of pain in the butt trying to dry records. I don't know. Yeah. Okay. So I have a solution that I clean records with. You can just buy stuff like this online. Amazon's got it for anywhere between like $4.99 all the way up to probably a big jar for $20-something. But I also like these here, vinyl style. They're pre-moistened, and I use them to death, man. I use them until they're basically dead. I use them with the pre-moistened cleaning solution until it's about dry, and then I start spraying. I like the towel that it comes on. But I can never find these things. If you find them, man, I sell them for like $6 a piece because they're so hard to get a hold of. But if you can find a box of them, grab them. I don't really like selling them, if I'm honest. I hate charging that much, but supply and demand is what it is. Okay, so let's go ahead and open these up first, and then we'll talk about how we would clean and grade some of the other stuff that's used. All right. Need to sharpen this thing. I'm ready for my dinner. What should I have tonight? I think I'm gonna have pizza because I'm fat. All right, let's see what we got here. What is this? Oh! No way! Wait a minute. I thought I got 2 of these. I was pretty sure I ordered 2 of these. Damn. I'm gonna sell this to Andrew because I told him I would sell him a copy when I got them, because I ordered 2 and only 1 showed up. That sucks, dude. I really wanted this. I may have to keep this. Damn. Hold up, bro. Why is there only 1 in here? I ordered 2 copies of the vinyl and 2 copies of the CD. What the fuck? I wonder if they refunded me for the other copy. Now I gotta go back and figure that shit out. Dang, man, that sucks, bro. Oh, I've been waiting for that record for a hot minute, too. Alright. Let's see if I can figure out what this silly thing is going for on the damn interwebs. If anybody ever tells you that they don't use the internet to price with, they're full of crap. Discogs is all I use. I don't price any other way. Now, I don't just base my entire opinion on Discogs. Like, if I'm a rather intelligent person, so if I see an LP on there and somebody's asking $500 for it, everybody else is asking, $70. Why in the fuck would I charge $500 for that? No, it's probably like a $60 record. Probably isn't even worth $70, but who knows? Oh my goodness, dude, look at this! Wow, that's incredible. Oh shit, a piece of plastic. All right, that's crazy pretty. Man, damn, dude. I've been waiting for this. Pat the Bunny's one of my favorites, dude. I know people are like, you shouldn't call him Pat the Bunny anymore. He hung that up. And it's like, man, that's how we know him. That's how you would understand that's who I'm talking about in the video. Patrick Sweenus, I think his name is. Sweenus, I believe. It's not out of disrespect, dude. I have a lot of respect. I very much admire him. Wow, dude, I don't know what I thought was going to be in that box, but it wasn't that. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Dude, is this a second box? Did I order more than 2 and just thought I ordered 2? And I think that's what this is. Let's go. Oh, let's go. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Dude, I'm so excited right now. Oh, bro, I'm so pumped right now. Oh, this makes my day. Andrew, I hope you're watching this, buddy, because I was definitely going to sell you my copy. Woo, man, I was so sad. Let's go. Oh, did I buy fucking 4 copies of this shit? That's crazy. Are they all the same color? I think so. Probably. Yeah, looks like it. Oh, that's awesome. Now I've got a couple to sell. And I've got 1 to keep. Oh, dude, I'm so excited. I'm so happy. Oh, my goodness gracious. I thought I only ordered 2. Did I? I need to double check. If they didn't charge me for all of these, I need to send them some money. I'm not going to send them back if I don't have to. I guess I would if they requested them back. I'm not a jerk. I thought I only ordered 2. This is really confusing. I was very certain that I ordered 2 copies of this. Not 4. 3 in one package, 1 in another. That's really strange. But hey, it's alright. Anybody interested in this Pat the Bunny project, let your boy know. I got some. I got some. Oh, that's so rad. That is so cool. Man, they packed their stuff really nice too. Good for them, dude. Look at all this extra shipping. This is how you pack up a box to send a record out, man. My goodness. Record boxes, man, just the shipping stuff is just so damn expensive. All right. I think I know what this is. I'm not 100% sure. Oh, I could have just pulled that. Ooh. Yeah. Oh yeah, this is for me to keep. I'm actually going to go see 30 Foot Fall tomorrow. I'll have my very own footage. Got some stickers, 10-foot pole, down memory lane, Pride Bowl, Destroyer, Too Bad Eugene, people of Punk Rock Records. Shout out to the homies. That's rad. Okay. Oh, nice. That's what I'm talking about. So I got middle finger. I don't remember what I ordered. I knew middle finger was coming. Oh, I think. Oh, nice. Yup. Dude, I've never owned a copy of this on vinyl. Wow. Dude, I'm so freaking stoked right now. The middle finger, I'm pretty psyched about. But the Less Than Jake, I've never owned this on record, on vinyl. Dude, what a fucking rad day today is. How could you be pissed off on a day like this? Wow, that's incredible. That is incredible. Woo, buddy. Okay, let me go throw this stuff down, and we'll get to talking about this other stuff real fast. Oh, I can't wait to jam this live record in the store. I've been waiting to have this on CD so I can listen to it at work. I don't have a record player in the shop right now. I sold all my stuff. I sticker bomb the hell out of this place. Boy, I tell you what. We're going to listen to this today. So, all right. This Friends in Real Life stuff is stuck in my head. Make sure you keep this kind of stuff when you get extras. Just hold on to it. You never know when you might need it. Okay. So one very valuable lesson when you're buying used records and you want to just kind of figure out what they're valued at, always take the record out and look at it. Because I looked at it very quickly, and if you look, you're like, dude, that's in pretty good shape. There's not scuffs on it anywhere. You're like, dang, all right, nice. There's a little scratch here. You know, it's going to be loud, but it's not going to skip at all. But look at this nonsense, dude. Where's it at? Where the hell did it go? Now that I'm over here running my mouth, I can't find it. Oh, there it is. Dude, look at this. Straight broken. It's probably still like a VG plus. Certainly isn't near mint. But, you know, it's only like, you know, a crack through the two songs. Not a big deal. You can still hear like most of the record. So, I don't know, man. 10, 12 bucks. But, dude, I was hoping I could get like 75. I'm kidding. I hope y'all know I'm kidding. Anyways, my point is just to look at your records before you buy them, because this is clearly trash. I mean, I can't sell that shit, dude. I can keep the art and put it in the window, which I will do. Because, why not? Excuse me. Let's put some art in the windows. Yeah. Boom. Poison. Poison. That Rancid song. Okay, so I brought a couple of things to look at. I wanted to show you guys. We'll start with this Stevie Nicks record. So how would you grade this record? Or at least the jacket anyways. I would say it's a VG plus, and the reason is it's still in the shrink, okay? And look, I'm not, let me preface all this. Dude, I have a little record store. I still learn stuff almost every weekend. I am by no means like the authority on this. I'm not an expert per se. I have no problem answering questions. I'll help you as much as I can, but I don't know everything. So if I say something that's incorrect, by all means, please respectfully, correct me. But I don't mind like making a change in the next video, going, hey, I said this in the last video, but actually I was told this, I looked into it, I was actually wrong. I'm not just saying stuff, speaking out my ass or anything, but I occasionally get things wrong. Anyways, so you check out the jacket. It's still in shrink. I don't see any seam splits or anything. What a seam split is whenever you have, like, you'll have a top of your record and it'll be broken right here. Let's see, do I have one like that right now? I try not to have too many seam splits. Let me go see. You know what? It's okay. Fuck, now I gotta go see if I can find one. But a seam split happens a few ways. If you ship your records, if you buy a record and it's in a box and you have the shrink wrap is open and the record has space to like move around a little bit, while it's being tossed around in that box, it will have enough pressure to bust the top of the jacket a little bit and create a seam split. The only time I've ever had this happen is when I bought used records or records that were opened to verify color. I always request that the seller ship the record outside the jacket. I'll show you what I mean in just a second. But I hate seam splits. Most people hate them. Some people don't. Some people don't really care. I don't know how you don't care about that, but you can see I don't have any. I'm looking and I don't see any seam splits in here. I may have some in the bottom of a record somewhere, but I work really hard at taking care of my stuff, because seam splits, they happen just out of nowhere. Fuck, I don't see one anywhere. It's okay. If I come across one, I'll show you guys, but it's really, really annoying. Damn. All the records that I buy from people, they take care of them as well. So like, it's a good problem to have, to not be finding a seam split, right? I'm over here, damn, as if it's not something I don't want to have. Interesting. I really don't see seam splits in my stuff. Let's see, is this? No, that's not a seam split. Well, it's okay. Certainly not going to stress about that. That's good. That's good. Good problem to have. The closest I can get to a seam split though is going to be, let's see, I think, okay, so you see how okay, so that right here is like the beginning of one, but it'll split right here. It'll just be a line broken in the record, like it'll just kind of poke right at the top sometimes, and you can see the actual vinyl coming out the top, and you'll be like, damn it, it's a seam split. Yeah, it's a seam split. Dude, this is a really old jacket to be in this good a condition. So whenever I'm grading records like this to resell or trade with somebody, or even to buy, age does play a factor in how I grade the record. This is a pretty old copy. This one is a 1981. This is actually from 1981. So the fact that it's from 1981, this kind of thing down here isn't going to really bother me much. It's still going to be a VG Plus jacket, maybe even like near mint minus, but this is incredibly nice. Now I'd say VG Plus because it's open enough to give it a little bit of wear out here on the back side. VG Plus in shrink. I would leave it in the shrink. On an actual record, you want absolutely no scuffs on it for it to be a VG Plus or better. It needs to look basically like, okay, this one looks, let's see. I see a very small like surface abrasion. It would be, I mean, you can barely see it. I don't know if you can even see it in this, it's right here where my thumb is at. It's, I mean, it's almost invisible, but I don't know. It's yeah, this would be, I would consider this a VG++. Like this is almost near mint. It looks like it may have been played a couple of times on a nice stereo and the people took care of it. I mean, it's still in shrink. So that's how I would grade this record. So people often ask, like, how do you find out what the pressing is? So there's a number of ways to do that. What I would do is I would start, if you have a record, so this album has been pressed to all hell, dude. They probably got 50 different versions of this album, right? So it wouldn't necessarily work with the Stevie Nicks record, but there's a little number on the spine right here. You could start with that. That'll be like the catalog number. That's probably going to get you almost nowhere. On the record outside the label, okay, so here's the label. Outside the label, you have this spot where there's never any music, right? That's called the dead wax. It's just it's not playable. But there's almost always an etching. You see that? Let's see, I'm trying to be careful. I don't want to touch the surface of the. Okay, see all this stuff here? That's an etching. All that stuff is information. So if you just get to where you have, I like to put on a glove sometimes, like a little latex glove, and that way I can handle these a little bit more. Write down the information on the dead wax. If you type that in either Google or Discogs, it'll be way more likely to get you to this exact pressing, and then from there you can go to like, okay, what's the condition of it? What are the sold listings going for? Like, you know, let's say that there's 30 listed for $45, but in the last 6 months, a bunch of them have sold at $28. Well, it's not a $45 record; it's a $28 record. So that's how I would go about pricing this. Sometimes you'll get a bootleg. So you got to be careful. I don't come across them enough to where it's an issue, but I mean, every bit of information on this part of the record is valuable. Also, you can go with this here. This is the catalog number. So if you type this in first, then you go to the dead wax information. It'll give you a lot of confidence when you're going to, okay, I think that's what this is. A lot of times you will have one slight digit or something a little different. Just be careful. I mean, that's the only way I know to look this stuff up. And even then, there are some records out there where the dead wax is the same on multiple pressings. You have to start looking at dates on the jacket. Let's see. Typically, you'll find okay, so this one says copyright 1981, but it doesn't have another date on there. So sometimes that'll make me a little nervous, but this one is obviously an old copy. It came with a box of records from a collection of old copies of records. Yeah, I don't know. I get nervous talking about this stuff because I know that I don't know everything about it, but the way that I find information on vinyl is through the dead wax. So, and then you'll want to go and grade the record appropriately. I always try to grade conservatively. If I think it might be VG plus, but it also could be a near mint minus, I just call it VG plus and put it in the listing. Hey, graded it as conservatively as I could. It's a beautiful record. If you want pictures, let me know. That's how I do that. And charge for shipping. Don't screw yourself out of money. Charge for shipping. Ship it appropriately, and don't overcharge. If you can get shipping for $7 and you can include 3 records, then just charge $7. Don't charge them 10. Okay, so something like on this Ray Charles record, very, very old record. I think this was a 1951 mono pressing, if I'm not mistaken. So mono is pretty desirable. I don't really understand the desirability behind mono personally, but I was like cleaning this up and I was like, man, this is in fantastic shape. It needs to be clean, but it's in great condition. Well, it pays you to flip the record over because there is a scuff on this side. Now, is it gonna, make the record, man, it's dusty. Is it gonna make it, worthless? Absolutely not. This is still a great condition record for 1951 mono. But it does take the value down a little bit. If it was like, let's just use round numbers, if it was $70, but there's this little scuff on there, it's likely going to knock it down to $50. People just don't want to pay top dollar for a record that's not in top flight condition. But this is a heavy piece of vinyl too, man. This thing weighs a lot. It's at least 140 grams. It might be 180. But it's old. I didn't know they made records in that weight, back then. So... oh shit, I already had a sleeve back there. And then you have, let's see here. Okay, when you have records like this is it's only been made, I think, the one time. This is an example of a record that you can go to the dead wax and find all the information that you need, because there's not going to be, there might be different colors. It might be 1 or 2 pressings, right? So it'll be easier, honestly, because you'll have a colored vinyl to be able to differentiate between the pressings. Typically, most bands and labels don't go, all right, man, first press black with white splatter, second press black with white splatter. There's something different about it. Maybe the label's a different color. Always look at that kind of stuff. Find the label might be different color. There might be a little marking on the front of the record somewhere. The artwork might be slightly different. Sometimes there's a different color variation, or it'll be a different like the what's it called, the like the saturation might be turned up on the artwork a little bit. Or like if you get this record, if you had a different pressing, maybe the yellow will be a little duller, maybe the red won't be red, or be outlined in black too, or something like that. There will be something different on a lot of these records. So just, whenever you're buying modern presses of these old records, just be careful that somebody's not telling you it's an old copy. Make sure that you know what the original artwork looks like. Damn, this is badass. Woo, this is nice. Damn, dude, this is really high quality. I haven't really busted this open yet. Wow. Dude, it's like a whole book. Oh man, this is fucking cool. I may have to take this home. I've got 2 copies of it. Oh, look at that. Woo. Man. And do not, for the love of God, do not touch the grooves on your record. Like, you have oils and dirts and all kinds of nasty shit on your hands. When you touch the groove on a record, whatever's on your hands is going to transfer to that groove. Whatever's in that groove is going to transfer to your stylus. All you're going to do is ruin your equipment. And it won't be overnight, but it will happen. I have a pretty expensive record player. Just my stylus is like $250. Not my stylus, cartridge, excuse me. Stylus is the needle, cartridge is what houses the needle. But yeah, so don't go touch any records. You good, Andy? Yeah. All right. Yeah. Leatherface, Cherry Knoll. I don't know. I just wanted to bring out a couple records and just look at them and kind of, grade them a little bit. This one here, it's a more modern record, so it's, but it is not super available. I would consider the jacket to be in VG plus condition. There's no tears. There's a little bit of shelf wear, but there's no tears. There's one little bitty crease here. Nothing on the front. No holes. No markings. No hole punch. No marking over the barcode. You don't want that. That's usually the sign of a promo copy of the record. And then always, always, always check the vinyl. Let's see here. Good old black vinyl. Yeah, dirty, but it's super, super clean. Man, makes me want to take it home and listen to it. I say if you're gonna play a record on your on your record player and you got a decent turntable, clean the damn record. I don't care if it's brand new or not. Brand new records always have dust and shit from all these little cheap white sleeves they come in. So beware that if you don't clean it, it'll wear down your equipment faster. You do have to change your stylus. I don't know what the right word is. Maybe regularly, but not necessarily often. If you have a good quality one, it should last a while. Also depends on how many days a week you play records. I play records probably 3 times a week, maybe twice a week even sometimes. Like, I don't play them every day. I play a lot of CDs, but yeah, I don't know. I think I've jibber-jabbered on long enough about records. Let me know what you guys want to know about grading records, cleaning records, pricing them, whatever it is you're trying to figure out. I want to know. Hopefully I answer some questions. You want to make sure and use cardboard to reinforce the boxes you're shipping these things in. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff. Every day I could tell you 2 or 3 more things about packing and shipping records. But it is 5 o'clock. I am hungry. I'm going to go home. So thank you guys for hanging out. I appreciate your time. Yeah, let me know what you want to hear about on the next episode of Shop Talk. Until then, peace.